Greetings, 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 Royal Family. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another episode of the Morning Boogie with me, Royal B, live. I think I did good on time. I think I was like 4 minutes late. If you are, as you're rolling in the chat, make sure you are hitting the like button and dropping a comment. Let me know that you are here. Hit me with a good morning. So I'm going to wait until a few of you roll in. Oh, we have some Royal Family members already in the chat. Greetings. Greetings, So Extra Blog. Yes, I actually just heard about this story. Greetings, greetings, One Don Diva. Welcome, Anjanette. Welcome, So Extra Blog. Yes, I did. I actually heard about it early this morning, like way before I got onto the live. What happened? Oh, Lovely T has it on her page. Okay. Greetings, greetings. Yeah, I want to get some more information on that. So I'm going to do like my little, that's what I'll probably be doing today, among other things, getting some information on that. Yeah, that is, that's a real touchy subject. I do want to discuss that. I just got to figure out how I'm going to tackle this, how I'm going to tackle that. It's so funny. Well, it's not funny that this happened. It's interesting that this happened early this morning because I was having a conversation last night about talking about the heterosexual and the LGBTQ plus community. So, yeah, this should be definitely interesting. But, yeah, I'm definitely going to do my more research, and conjure up something. I'll probably put that on live, like do a live on that, because I can't just compile that in a video because I want to get everybody's feedback. All right, so hopefully you guys are having a beautiful Wednesday morning. Today is February 19th, 2020. So I'm glad to see all of you are alive and well. You did hopefully read the title. So we got some things to get into. Some interesting topics to talk about. So how long have we been on so far? Let's see. Yeah, so we're going on 3 minutes. So if you're catching the replay, make sure you're hitting the like button, make sure you're sharing the video, and make sure you're dropping a comment on any of the topics that will be discussed in the video. All right, so let's get into it. So first up, hopefully you guys have heard, if you haven't, Jeanette Dubois. She passed away yesterday at the tender age of 74. To me, that's not old. It's not tender age, but she was 74 years old, and she was found in her home yesterday morning, Tuesday. And we know Miss Jeanette Dubois. That is the correct pronunciation of her name. Some people say Janet DuBois. They call her Janet, but it's actually Jeanette Dubois. So we know her from Good Times, which was a sitcom on CBS. From back in the 70s, think like the early mid 70s, and she played Willona Woods, Willona from Good Times. So she was like the what we would consider now the neighbor with all the tea. She was the neighbor to the Evans family, and she went on to appear in several other like television shows. I remember her from. I know she did a voiceover on the animated series The PJs. That was Eddie Murphy's little animated series back in the day. She was also on. She earned an Emmy for that. Actually, I did jot that down. So for two Emmys for outstanding voiceover performance. So that's a good thing. And she got to work with Eddie Murphy because that was Eddie Murphy's show. She did also earn a NAACP Image Award nomination in '98. For her guest appearance on Touched by an Angel. I remember her from I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker. Remember that movie? She played Keenan Ivory Wayne's mother in I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker. She was hilarious. She was in Charlie's Angels, Full Throttle. She was also on Moesha. She did appear on Sanford and Son, The Facts of Life, Steve Harvey Show, A Different World, and Everybody Loves Raymond, as well as the Wayans brothers. She played Sean and Marlon's grandmother, and her and Pops, who passed away a few months ago. as well. They would always go back and forth and go at it. So, you know, she definitely was a household name. We all knew Walona from Good Times, you know. Um, and fun fact, I didn't even know this. She co-wrote and she sang the Jeffersons theme song, Moving On Up. I had no idea that that was her. I found that out last night. So we definitely want to give honor to Sister Jeanette. And in honor of Miss Dubois, affectionately known as Walona from Good Times, I'd like to perform a piece of poetry in honor of Jeanette Dubois. Like to hear it? Here we go. Temporary layoffs. Good times. Easy credit rip-offs. Good times. Scratching and surviving. Good times. Hanging in a chow line. Good times. Ain't we lucky we got 'em? Da-na-na-na-na. Good times. So we want to say, may her soul and spirit rest in peace. She definitely gave us lots of laughs, lots of joy. She was a established Black woman and also a pioneer, because back in the 70s, you didn't see a lot of Black women on TV. And to be on a show like Good Times with an all-Black cast, a successful show, that definitely was a milestone, and it paved the way for lots of Black actors and actresses who came after her. So may she rest in peace. All right. Up next, we gotta move on to the mess. We got to move on to the mess. Jennifer Williams. Remember that girl from Basketball Wives? Evelyn's former best friend, I guess. You know, they had a falling out. So we know who Jennifer Williams is. So it's being reported that she's being accused of messing around with Rick Ross. So there's this woman on social media that's accusing her of sleeping with Rick Ross while they were dating. So this woman is both the ex-girlfriend of the rapper Ricky Rose and also Jennifer's ex-friend. So for those of you who are just rolling in, I am not looking at the comments. I will get to the comments. I get easily distracted, and I want to definitely give you guys some commentary. So this drama all started when Jennifer Williams, she shared a picture of herself wearing lingerie, and she was posing with a bottle of Rick Ross's rosé champagne. So under the picture that Jennifer posted on social media, she wrote, this is Jennifer Williams, "Rosé all day. Thank you at Rich Forever." That's Rick Ross's social media handle name. "Thank you at Rich Forever for keeping me stocked with champagne. Who wants to drink with me?" Now, mind you, Jennifer Williams does not sound like that, but I'm just extra. And Rick Ross, he left what can be considered, I guess, a flirty comment under her picture. And he wrote, "Send me the original picture." Oh, he didn't do the ad lib. Like, I'm just extra. So now after that, all hell broke loose on social media. So in a series of Instagram stories, Brit Teddy, I don't even know how to pronounce this girl's name. Let's just call her Brit. She called Jennifer out for being a phony friend. Excuse me. And she had a lot to write. Like to hear it? Here we go. Brit says, "I swear these TV hoes sure be on some low down dirty smile in your face, ask for help, a B word. Then block you when you call them out. Bees be at your crib for Christmas with your family, then asking your hairstylist for the same bob hairstyle, then go blank on your ex a month later. Hashtag ain't no girl code, whoa. Thirsty A, groupie B. Shoulda left you a nappy headed AB." Those are her words, not mine. It didn't stop there. So she went on and she continued to post. I would at her, talking about Jennifer Williams, but she blocked me. Yikes. So it went down on social media with this girl, Britt, and Jennifer Williams over Rick Ross. Everybody has their tastes. I will say that. Now, of course, public weight spectators, they were questioning why this girl, Britt, why her aggression was geared toward Jennifer instead of Rick, who made the comment in the first place. Jennifer posted what she posted, and Rick Ross said, send me the original pic. So I guess this girl Britt being Rick Ross's ex, I guess she can, I can see why she would consider that flirting. Again, this to Britt, this wasn't okay. So when fans were commenting and saying, like, why are you coming at Jennifer Williams? Why are you not going after, Rick Ross? She responded to some, and she put, I mind my business and stay out of the way. I stay out the mix. Principles are principles. Now, Jennifer hasn't responded, and I don't think that Jennifer will, because we know what Jennifer Williams gives. She's not really she doesn't strike me as the type of gal that likes all that static and confrontation. Like, we've seen how things played out on Basketball Wives, and she was basically chumped, several times on Basketball Wives. So she's not the confrontational type, not physically anyway. So she hasn't responded. So here's my question. Did Jennifer Williams break this quote unquote girl code? Now, if this is true, right, because this could all be a lie, but I did see the post back and forth on social media. If she's flirting with Rick Ross, right? If Jennifer Williams was flirting with Rick Ross, or if she's messing around with Rick Ross, is this breaking quote unquote girl code? Let me know. Put your comments in the chat. Now, I say if this was a friend of Jennifer's, then she shouldn't be flirting with or seeing whatsoever. But was this promotional? Because she's taking a picture in lingerie. This is Jennifer Williams, and she's holding Rick Ross's champagne. So what if he reached out to her for promotional purposes, or she reached out to him? Because, I don't know what Jennifer's doing. I don't even know if she's coming back to Basketball Wives. So, maybe she needs a little bit of money. I don't know. Is that bad if this is her friend's ex? And then Rick Ross was the one that said, send me the original picture. So obviously he came across as he was flirting. Let me know what you guys think. Did Jennifer Williams break girl code? I don't know. These people are weird. Everybody wants to fight about everything. So let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. One Don Diva's letting you know, good morning, Royal Fam. Greetings, Miss Anjanette. Oh, Good Times? Yes, that was my show. Yep. I used to watch Good Times back in the day. It still comes on. LB, greetings. Hey, L to the Boogie in the building. The morning Boogie, that is. LB, we have so much in common. You have no idea. Fun fact, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get off topic. It's so funny, LB, that your name is LB, right? But since the 5th grade, ever since the Fugees dropped their album, The Score, I have been known as L Boogie. So my friends don't call me by my government name. They either call me Boogs, L, Boogie, Boog Woog. So it's so funny. So I'm assuming LB, the way you have it spelled, is for L Boogie. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yes. Keep it clean in the chat, please. Don't mess up my bag. Greetings to all of you. Let me see. Listen. These ninjas are for everybody. Whoa! Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking news. Power 105 reported that rapper Pop Smoke has been shot and killed in the Hollywood Hills. Wow. Who is Pop Smoke? Fill me in, y'all. I'm not familiar with a lot of these new rappers. Yeah, Jennifer is, yeah, she's, and that's what people accused her of being. Didn't Lozada, didn't she call her like HOE? Like, didn't she call her that? Greetings, Rashana G. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, it's on the fence. You're torn between if this was a breach in girl code or not. Like, I would have liked to have known what the status of their friendship was. Like, did they break up their friendship because Jennifer was messing with Ricky Rose, or was the friendship already dismantled? Not that that makes it right. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see what else. Oh, you're L Boogie. I mean, I guess. I mean, like I said, that's what people call me since the 5th grade. I've been L Boogie. It's okay. There's more than one L Boogie. Pop Smokes has songs like Dior and Welcome to the Party. So Extra Blog, I definitely appreciate your hard work, but you're gonna have to give me a little more, sis. I've never heard of any of these songs. I'm gonna Google it. I'll probably just go on YouTube and see. How old was he? No, she is not, LB. Absolutely not, because I don't want nobody coming for me. That story is too dangerous. Definitely not talking about her. Don't worry, not much. We just talked about, you missed the poem, the tribute that I gave to Jeanette Dubois, affectionately known as Walona from Good Times. So just make sure you go back, Rashana G, and watch the beginning of the broadcast. Thanks for the view in advance. Oh wow! So obviously he was a young artist. How old was he? You know, that's a whole nother topic, man. These young, he was 20. Thank you, so Extra Blog. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Man, I might have to change the course of my videos lined up for today, and I might be pumping out a couple more videos. It's just so many things that I want to talk about that's just happening. And then this, I don't know what's happening with our youth, y'all. Okay, I'm not going to get off topic. I thank you for all of the updated information. Let me get back to the regularly scheduled programming. So, up next, real quick, Kanye West. Kanye West stood by his daughter's side, Northwest, during her performance. So she put on a show for her classmates at her school. I think she's in the 1st grade. And Kanye stood right next to her as she performed her song, encouraging her. And it's they're saying that it was a song that she actually wrote. And the reason why I wanted to bring this up, because number one, I do like Kanye as a artist, as a rapper. Old Kanye, backpack Kanye, college dropout, late registration Kanye. I still respect him. But you know what I wanted to say? Kanye does not get a lot. He does not get a lot of credit for being a upstanding, present, hands-on, loving father as a black man in this country. Like, people do criticize him for a lot, but I never hear him being praised for being a strong male figure in his children's life. Now, if he was a deadbeat, people would never let him live that down. So big up to Kanye for that. I just wanted to kind of bring that up really quick. So I did see the picture. It was cute. He was so enthusiastic standing next to his daughter and just encouraging her, motivating her. And him being a father of daughters, that's important, because strong male figures, hands-on, present male figures in a young girl's life is definitely important. Extremely important. Up next, Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon says, I don't believe in marriage anymore. Dang. Don't we like Nick Cannon? I like Nick Cannon. I mean, some people say he's corny, but that's okay. I like corny. I like corny sometimes, especially me being older. So he has a podcast, like a morning show. So he just basically says he's not into marriage. So he's sworn off marriage, after his union with Mariah Carey, and he was heartbroken after they broke up, which I can understand. So he says, I don't believe in marriage anymore. This is what he told Entertainment Tonight. My mindset has changed. I have done that. I don't like doing things that I'm not good at. So he feels that he's not good at, I guess commitment, right? Commitment in marriage. He continued, he said, he gave an example. He said, if you jumped out of a plane one time and it didn't work out, would you do it again? That's a good question. First of all, what do you mean by not working out? If you expire, then you won't have the opportunity to do it again. But I get where he was going. He said he barely survived his marriage when he was married to Mariah Carey, and he says, like, why would he put himself in that position again? So yeah, I mean, good grief, was their marriage that bad that he's like swearing off marriage? I don't know. They do have children together, and I do like that they are co-parenting. They seem to be co-parenting very well. He's just focused on trying to fix himself. He says that he's trying to be the best me I can be, the best dad I can be, the best entrepreneur and young media mogul that I can be. So he says he's really just focused on himself and being the best, because for some reason he hasn't gotten the relationship right. He says he's not good at it. He does not like doing things that he is not good at. So, darn. So does this mean, like, you're going to break a lot of hearts, Nick Cannon? I don't know. Maybe, I guess there's no hope for me. Maybe he'll change his mind, though. Like, maybe not that someone should come and try to change his mind, because I can't stand that. Maybe he will change his mind as he gets older and he like accomplishes the things that he is working to build. I have to say, I wholeheartedly respect his honesty. As far as him dating, I'm pretty sure that he's upfront, like when he's dating these women, and I can almost bet that there's some woman that thinks that she can change his mind. I do like men that are upfront and honest and know exactly what they want, and also men that know what they don't want. It's a sign of maturity and self-assurance, which is a good thing. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's his life. He knows what he can handle. He admits that he's not good at it. And instead of him trying to prove something to people or put on a facade, he's honest with himself first, therefore making it very comfortable for him to be honest with others. If only everyone could be that honest. Like some people, they'll just leave one bad relationship to another. But I wonder what was so bad, or what happened in their marriage. I know that's none of my business, but the beautiful thing out of all of this is that they did have children, and both of them are there for each other. When Nick Cannon was going through his, he has lupus, and when he was going through his health issues, Mariah Carey was there. Mariah Carey, if I'm not mistaken, was diagnosed with bipolar disorder or some sort of anxiety disorder. Don't quote me. And Nick Cannon was there for her. He never speaks negatively about her in the press. He recently went at Eminem because I guess Eminem said something about Mariah Carey in his rap or something like that. So it sparked this little back and forth, and Nick Cannon made a little diss track or something like that. Whatever. I'm not interested in none of that. But I like the fact that their children are growing up seeing that both mom and dad, although they are not married, they're not in a relationship, they are getting along. They have a friendship. They have a love and respect for each other. And I think that is the healthiest environment for children. The healthiest. Sorry if I'm yelling. This iced coffee is no joke. So yeah, that's the most important thing. So, they split amicably. He was heartbroken. I'm sure Mariah was heartbroken as well, but you don't hear them saying anything negative about the other in the press. And that is important for the children. All right, let me check on y'all in the Chizat. I don't even know where I left off. Let's see. Let's see. Your daughter is sick, Don Diva? Oh, I hope she feels better. Oh, you're saying that she's upset about Pop Smoke? Well, either way, I hope she feels better. He was 20 years old. Rashana, you are absolutely late to the party. I actually mentioned that, but thank you for reiterating that. This is why you need to be here on time, Rashana G. You of all people. I love you. Yes, I did say that. She wrote and sang it, and I actually gave a tribute, which I probably will do again for those of you who were late for class this morning. Yes, Rashana, thanks for the tea. Even though I said that in the beginning of the broadcast. No, I love that. I love that you guys are interacting with each other in the chat, and you all keeping it respectful. That lets me know that you guys are some classy ladies. Classy. I agree with you. Kanye does appear to be a very active father. He should get more kudos for that. Yeah, I don't see a lot of people. I don't see, especially like T.I. You know, T.I. had his remarks about Kanye. Snoop Dogg had his remarks about Kanye as well, like last year when when Kanye was doing Kanye, you know, when he was on associating himself with that individual who occupies the White House. But I don't hear any of these black men, especially in hip hop, bigging him up for being a present male figure. And they could talk about everything else. They could talk about his church and all this other stuff, but his legacy is his children. His greatest legacy, that would be his children, and he has been present since day one. So, you know, I don't rock with Kanye, but I commend him on being a good father. I respect it. You love Nick Cannon and Jeanette. Yeah, I like Nick Cannon. He has built his empire, and I am here for it. Don Diva. Don Diva, you speaking in here. Listen, don't get me to preaching. No lies detected. But it's in the benefit of the children. It's less about him and more so about the children. But Don Diva, no, ain't no just kidding. You speaking. And, you know, it may not be the case for everybody, but that's a whole nother topic, sis. I love Nick Cannon. I don't see him as a cornball, but he is not for black women, so I give him the side eye. Really? After all his preaching that he does on his podcast, his morning show, he does a great job of bigging up the black woman. This sounds like Nick Cannon is a sore loser. You can't quit because you failed at something once. That's true. You failed marriage simply means the two were not meant to be together. He needs to find his soulmate. You know what I think about marriage? I think marriage is for grown-ups. And I always said that. And what I mean by that is because it could be. I'm not, you know, capping for Nick Cannon in this department, but it could be. I don't disagree with your statement, So Extra Blog, but it could also be that sometimes people, like socially, people are pressured into being married, right? And having children. Like, oh, you're 40 years old and you're not married and have no kids, or when are you going to get married? You know, people are pressured, right? So if more people would take the time to find themselves and do the work, as Iyanla would say, on themselves, then it would make it a lot easier for them to find their soulmate, I think, right? And maybe that's what he's focused on now. What I do love is, I have to say, out of all of this, I love the fact that he and Mariah are friends. Like, they have a genuine love for each other. They may not be in love, but I think that is the healthiest thing for the children to see. And it's healthy for him and for Mariah as well. And who knows, Mariah may, I don't know, they may be therapy for each other. They may get back together. Who knows? Yeah, I can understand why it sounds like he's being a sore loser. Like he says, he's not good at it. And maybe he has a lot more work to do. You know, this was his first marriage. It may not be his last. And him saying that he's, you know, calling off marriage, that could speak to his immaturity, not in a bad way. You know what I mean? So he's inexperienced. This was his first rodeo. And who's to say? That's why I said he could change his mind later on down the line. He's not going to be the same person 5 years from now that he is now. So maybe it takes time. That would be good if he finds his soulmate. And it may not be someone he marries if he finds his soulmate. So I don't know. I don't see Nick Cannon being single, whether it's married or he just has a girlfriend. I don't see him being single for the rest of his life. It could happen if that's what he wants to do. It's possible. I see Pop Smoke Pig, and he is a handsome guy, minus the tats. I don't beat to be, they say, but how hard is it to be a good dad when your family's always in the spotlight? That's a good point. I mean, the family has their own show. That's true. So he's under a microscope. So it's like, you better tighten up. But you know what? I'm not going to give that family, who I will never mention their name on this channel, I'm not going to give that family all that credit. I hear what you're saying. I am going to give the credit to his mother, may she rest in peace, Donda West. I have to. I have to, and I get what you're saying. That's true. It could be because he's under this, always in the media, but I'm going to give credit to Donda West and not those people. You don't see him being that hands-on. You don't? Okay. I respect the difference of opinion. Oh no. Nick is too busy trying to smash everyone on his bucket list. No, he doesn't speak negative about her. Yeah. Nor does she. All right, let's see. Nick Cannon contradicts himself a lot. He doesn't date black women for sure. I hear him going hard now since the Eminem drama, but I've heard some clips of him speaking negatively about black women. Really? Put me on one, Don Diva, because I definitely would love to see that. Black women have to stop wanting black men to go up for us. We have to go up for ourselves. Black girl magic is not a mystery. It does exist. I live in Arizona and have men of all races checking for me. Word. Right, that seems very immature to say that. It'll change once he really gets over that hurt with Mariah. Yeah, I think it's just he's hurt, and he looks at this as a failure because it's a relationship. It is the mother of his child. Okay, Don Diva, thank you. It's the mother of his child. So when a divorce happens, especially a public divorce, you hopefully you do a lot of self-evaluation and figure, like, where did I go wrong? How did this happen? So yeah, he could just be, salty because it didn't work out after trying. And not to mention, let's not forget that Nick Cannon went through a lot of health issues. So psychologically, we can never rule out psychology. Never. Okay. So psychologically, who knows what it is that he was going through? And again, this may be his, listen, I respect his choice. I like the fact that he's upfront about it and he's not out here jumping from woman to woman, playing games, you know what I mean? And just causing mess out here, not knowing what he wants to do, expecting someone to save him, expecting someone to, coddle him or whatever. He's out here doing the work. He's building his empire. I respect that he's upfront about that. So anyone who gets into a relationship with him will already know because he's made public statements about this. So, yeah, maybe it'll change. Who knows? All right, ladies and gentlemen. Up next, did you guys hear that Saved by the Bell is doing a reboot? Everybody is doing all these reboots. I said, okay, Saved by the Bell reboot, I'm here for it. However, they're doing this reboot without Lisa Turtle. I said, oh no, ma'am. So Lark Voorhees, that's her real name, who played Lisa Turtle, she feels hurt about this, as she should. She's hurt about Mark Paul Gosselaar, who's Zach Morris, not offering her a role in the reboot. That's sad. So she feels slighted that, Mario Lopez, that's Slater, and Mark Paul Gosselaar, Zach. So I'm just going to use their Saved by the Bell names going forward. They didn't include her in the reboot. So she sat down with Dr. Oz to discuss her mental health struggles and not being asked to come back for the show. So she's 45 years old now. You guys know her for playing Lisa Turtle. She was open and honest about being hurt over, not being included. I thought that this sucked. She did read an entry from her journal describing her emotions, and she writes, "I have to admit, I did feel a bit slighted and hurt when I was not invited to be a part of the Saved by the Bell reunion, as well as other cast member events." She continued, "Yet, of course, I also realized that having this puzzling disorder may have played a major part in that factual decision. With that in mind, I am truly thankful for having had the chance to work on a show that has been so successful." And Dr. Oz, he on his show, he's so shady. He brought up a photo showing some of the former castmates having dinner and celebrating, the 30 years of friendship and 30 years of the show, of them being, friends all on and off the set. And of course, Lisa Turtle was not a part of that dinner or that little celebration. And she says that they have the right to do that and they're happy in their element. And she says that they can have it. Certainly, they can have that happy moment. She admitted that she wished they included her. And she says that family isn't kept complete without its lead. So she considers herself one of the leads. Now, she was a main character. It's like, she is still alive, okay? And there was no static between any of the castmates that we heard in real life. There was no static. So why wasn't she included? I thought this was so sad. Her mother was on the show with her as well. And she talked to Dr. Oz about her daughter suffering from bipolar disorder. And Lark Voorhees, Lisa Turtle, she revealed her mental health struggles. It made it difficult for years, but she's finally feeling good. I know for a long time she was a long time ago, she was in the press, and people were making fun of the fact that they thought that she was on drugs. And this was years ago, like maybe 4 years ago or so. And she finally came out letting the world know, that she has bipolar disorder. So she was suffering with that. Now she's getting treatment. So she's feeling a lot better. So back in September, NBC, they announced the reboot for the Saved by the Bell with Mario Lopez, Elizabeth Berkley, and of course, Zach's character. Elizabeth Berkley is Jessie Spano. So Berkley, she'll be, reprising her role as Jessie Spano. Lopez, of course, will be AC Slater. It was announced that Mark Paul Gosselaar, he closed the deal with NBC to return as Zach Morris. Now, what I don't understand is why does he have so much authority? Does he own the rights to Saved by the Bell or something? So they released a description of the show. This is supposed to be coming back. So basically, Zach, he is a governor, Governor Zach Morris. He gets into hot water with the community after closing too many low-income high schools. Oh boy, this is going to be interesting. So after he closes these low-income high school, he proposes that these students from this low-income high school be sent to other schools, including Bayside, because I guess Bayside is not a low-income high school, right? It's supposed to be a ritzy high school. So this is supposed to influence these rich kids, I guess, that these students from this low-income high school will be coming into their school. So it's going to give them a reality check or a dose of reality. I don't find this funny. I don't find this interesting at all. And again, why is Zach Morris in charge of this reboot? Granted, NBC could have approached him, but does he own the rights to the show? And what's the principal's name? I forgot his name. Where's he at? I don't know. I'm not watching if Lisa's not a part of the cast. And I know that she feels hurt by this. I mean, she accepts it, seeing pictures all over social media of her former co-workers and friends, or so she thought, all over social media having a good time celebrating the anniversary of the show, and then the show is going to be brought back to television, and she's not included. I know she feels hurt about this. So she thinks that maybe, hey, maybe because of my mental health struggles, that's why they didn't ask me back. Even that's not a good enough excuse for me, because bipolar disorder is a manageable mental condition. So nobody gave a statement. Doesn't seem like anyone is going to be given a statement. That's messed up. I'm sure it has to do with money, among other things. Like I said, if Lisa Turtle is not going to be on the reboot, I'm not watching. I'm not watching. And I could think of some other reasons why they probably don't want her on the show. Because let's not forget, okay, Lisa Turtle's mother was a surgeon. All right? So she was a well-to-do young black girl at Bayside High School. And she came with all the fashions. All right? So maybe they don't want to reprise her role, because maybe that's too much of a powerful statement. A wealthy, a girl, black woman now, who came from wealth. She probably is a surgeon too. Didn't they do they did like a little reunion thing when, who was it? I think it was Zach was getting married to Kelly. Remember, they did like a TV movie. This was after the college years, like after Saved by the Bell, the college years. Remember, they all came back and they did like a TV movie. Who remembers that? I am not watching. And I hope that the ratings tank, making that girl feel ostracized like that. And nobody gave a statement. Let me go back and see. Let's see. You didn't hear about it, but you're here for it? Is that what, the Saved by the Bell reboot? They are definitely wrong for that. It's not like Lisa has been out here acting a day. Exactly. Even with a mental disorder. She hasn't been out in the press acting a fool. She just seems a little off. Makeup looks clown. So that is the actual issue. I Saved by the Bell producers already have mental health issues. Thank God this didn't set her back. That's how they treat black women, though. No respect. I'm telling you, wait till you guys hear my podcast today. It's Wednesday, so Royal Culture Podcast is going up 13 minutes. Make sure your notifications are on. Just to give you a little teaser, it's about black women and imagery in the industry. I won't be watching without Lisa. That's right. She did. Oh yeah, in real life or just on the show? I remember on the show she dated Martin on Martin's TV show. I won't be watching without Lisa either. The show, and thank you. She was the show. Do you know, every time the episode came on, I look forward to see what Lisa was gonna be wearing. Made my mother go out and buy a denim jacket and skips because I wanted to look like Lisa Turtle. That's important for young black girls, especially me being the age that I was at that time. Of course, there was Whitney Houston, because to me, Whitney Houston's like, oh my gosh, look at this black girl. Just, we need to see representation. See, I'm about to go off on a whole tangent. We need more representation. And growing up seeing Lisa Turtle, whose mother was a surgeon. And was Lisa's mother a single mother? I think she was. But she was a surgeon, and her daughter was going to Bayside and had all the fashions. Not only was she fashionable, she was smart. She was smart. I won't be watching either. Good. I'm glad that y'all stand with me. I'm not watching it. I'm not peeking in, nothing. If they don't have Lisa Turtle on there, I ain't watching it. Yes, Miss Don Diva. Yes, that'll be up at it'll be up at 12 o'clock, I think. I might put it out at 11:30. But I try to let a little time pass before like the live ends and processes and put up another video. And I didn't even today, I was just gonna have the morning show and the Royal Culture Podcast. Make sure you check in my channel. Every Wednesday I put up a podcast. Those are more, I guess, slightly serious, social issues. Of course, I add my little lightheartedness to it or whatever, like my little comedic spin to it. But this one was real. This was something that I wrote, like sort of like an essay style, journal style. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that. Maybe they feel she's a liability. Yeah, I mean, that's a possibility, but I wish they would come out and say that. I wish they would come out. Well, no, they can't say that, because then, please, the people who advocate for mental health would chew them up. I get that. I thought about that too, Rashana G. I thought, like, okay, maybe she is a liability, but I could see if she was a danger to herself. She's not out here getting arrested, being publicly intoxicated. I don't know. And it screams discriminate. It's damn near discriminatory, if you ask me. Not damn near, it is. It's discriminatory. So I don't get it. Okay, Lisa had all the fashion. She was everything for us little black girls. Word. Word. Exactly. We didn't. Growing up watching TV, like when Saved by the Bell and stuff like that was on, um, Facts of Life was before my time. No, it wasn't. Was it? Facts of Life came out I mean, I watched Facts of Life growing up. Good Times. I mean, I like Good Times, but Good Times was not one of my favorite shows. Um, I liked how they represented Lisa, like what Lisa represented when she was on Saved by the Bell. Who else? Who else is another? Oh, don't get me started on Diane Carroll. I don't know if you guys go that far back. Whitney Houston, of course. Diane Carroll. Ooh, 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 ooh. That was another great representation of a black woman, a real astute black woman. Okay. Yes, I love that. Who else was there? There was Tootie from Facts of Life. Eh, Tootie was a little bit like a dingbat, I guess. I don't know. Um, yeah, but think about it. Like, what other shows? I'm trying to think what other shows that I used to watch that really had someone like a Lisa Turtle, whose mother was a surgeon. Okay, and the nerve. Didn't you remember that episode when Zach? I think it was Zach had to have his appendix removed, and it was Lisa Turtle's mother that performed the surgery. Mm. Why is it so taboo when black people have mental health issues? That was truth. Is that if Lisa were a white woman, the entire cast would be rallying behind her. Yes, of course, demanding that she be there. On Friday, I actually have a topic on mental health. Someone who is advocating for mental health. So I already have I do my homework. I do my stuff ahead of time. So yes, I'm actually going to touch on that topic. That's one of the topics on the What the Friday show. But I probably should bring that on to the morning show. In the House is another one. Yeah, glad you brought that up. What was the girl's name from In the House, y'all? You don't remember when she was on Iyanla Fix My Life? Now, she was out in the streets. It was just bad. And I understand it wasn't her fault because she had a serious mental condition. Now, if they did an In the House reboot and they didn't ask, what the heck is her name? Somebody please put it in the chat. Help us sis out. If they did a In the House reboot and they didn't ask her back, I could understand. There's videotape of her like on the street, high out of her mind. She's a liability for sure, but you saw none of that. I didn't see any of that. So to my knowledge, Lark Voorhees wasn't out here like on drugs while dealing with and trying to manage a mental condition, so yes, how could I forget? Oh my gosh, thank you, LB. Yes, Claire Huxtable, facts. Even Rudy Huxtable. Okay, can we talk about Rudy Huxtable's hair? That was, and Heathcliff Huxtable, because if I say his name too hard on here, this video won't get monetized. Heathcliff Huxtable in real life said he intentionally wanted Vanessa and Rudy to wear their natural hair because representation is important. See, wait until you guys check out the Royal Culture Podcast. Imagery and representation. It's funny that this is coming up in the morning show. Yes, representation is definitely important. Not her. No, her mother was an author and psychiatrist, I think. Whose mother was an author and psychiatrist? Who is that girl that is on drugs? You're talking about the girl, Maya Campbell. There it is. Thank you, LB. Yes, I love that girl. I thought she was so beautiful back in the day. Yep, she was on drugs. What did you say? Maya Campbell. Yeah, she had a mental condition. She has a mental condition, and she's been arrested several times. She was on Iyanla back in the day. Yeah, the In the House actress. Yep, Maya Campbell. I could see her definitely being a liability. Yeah, all the women definitely represented on the Cosby Show for sure. One, you think you was off topic? No, no. Listen. Do you hear my commentary? I be all over the place. I like that. Like my mind moves faster than my mouth sometimes. So I'll be thinking of one thing and switch to another thing and think of it. It's all good. It makes for good conversation. Are they letting Screech back? Isn't he a porn star? They said that they were supposed. Now let me tell you who is a liability. Screech, not because he's a porn star, but have you guys? Don't you remember that reality show, Biggest Loser? I think it was. And he was a jerk. He was a total jerk. He is a jerk in real life. He is disrespectful. He is derogatory. So if they let Screech back, then you already know what it is. Disregard my last phone. I was waking. Dan Diva. No problem. Also, Florence from the Jeffersons. She wrote or produced 227. Yes, she did. And had to say who was in the cast. They tried to take over the control rights, but she wasn't having it. Look up, like, yeah, I'm privy to. I remember that. Miss Minnie don't play that. You remember that? What's that from? Marla Gibbs played Miss Minnie. Miss Minnie don't play that. Dustin Diamond is his name. Oh no. He is a whole fool, but he is so disrespectful. Like you guys, I don't know if y'all remember him from that show. I think it was Biggest Loser because he had gained so much weight. He was so derogatory. He was very disruptive on the show. It was a hot mess. A hot interview with Vlad. She had power even back then. Yeah, they tried to suppress her power though, and they gave her a fight. It's always a fight for us. I don't think Lisa's mom was a single mother. I'm almost positive there was an episode with both parents, right? I think so. I think she did. Her father was always away on business or something like that. I remember somebody played her father. I never liked him after that. He's entitled pig. Yes, he is. He was. Dustin Diamond was. Oh my God. If they bring him back, they probably not bringing him back. I didn't see him in any of the photos with the cast, the little reunion dinner that they had. Even Tiffany Amber Thiessen, Kelly Kapowski. What was the name of the principal, y'all, from Saved by the Bell? It's on the tip of my tongue. What the heck was his name? Dang, I can't remember it. Miss Minnie wasn't Martin. You know it, Rashana G. Miss Minnie don't play. Miss Minnie came out that bathroom and was like, who the hell left the top off the toothpaste? Had Gina walking around with gloves. You know Miss Minnie don't play that. What is the name of the principal from Saved by the Bell? This is going to drive me crazy. Somebody help me out, y'all. Yeah, Dustin Diamond is trash. But in a nutshell, I will not be watching this Saved by the Bell reboot. I hope their ratings tank. And I'm not taking that back. I said what I said. I don't like the fact that Lisa was not invited. Nobody is giving statements. I think they are probably, if they're forced to give a statement, they will. And it will be a bunch of malarkey. It'll be a bunch of fabricated BS. They will glaze over whatever the issue is. I think people want to see Lisa Turtle. We have not seen her in a long time. We haven't seen her acting in anything. The fact that she has taken her mental health seriously, and she is 42 now. She is working on herself. She says she's in a better place, and she didn't even during the interview with Dr. Oz, she didn't, and she's not on social media blasting the cast, or telling their business or anything like that. So that's okay, Lisa Turtle. We still rock with you, and you never know. Belding, thank you, Principal Belding. Thank you. It was driving me crazy, and I would have gotten off this live and tried not to Google it, and it would have drove me crazy. I do that. Like when I can't figure something out, I try to like stick it out instead of always running to Google. Sometimes I have too much time on my hands. Dennis Haskins. Mr. Belding. Dennis Haskins is his real name. Mr. Belding. Yeah, I wonder if he'll be back. Is he still alive? I don't even know if he's still alive. But yeah, I'm not watching. Not at all. So, we're at 56 minutes. I told you I'm running out of StreamYard. StreamYard minutes. Hours. So, if I come on live one day and you don't see like this whole setup, I'll probably try to go live from one of my mobile devices, my tablet, something. Yeah, so yeah, I just that ticked me off last night. Like I saw this last night and I just said, let me talk about this. It ticked me off. I want to see Lisa Turtle. So Nick Cannon says he ain't getting married to nobody. Willona from Good Times has gone on to glory. Jennifer Williams, are her and Ricky Rose together? Did Jennifer Williams break girl code with this ex-friend that is chewing her out on social media? Are the things that Evelyn said about Jennifer true? Not that she can talk, but I'm just saying. He's alive and eating everything in sight. Heavy. Oh, he gained a lot of weight? I didn't even say he's alive. You guys are shady this Wednesday. Mr. Belding. So Zach Morris said no. I want to know why Zach got all this control over the show. Oh, here he go. Here go that dog of mine. He's ready, y'all. See, I've been on here for too long. All right, Royal Family, before I sign off, question of the day. So I'm going to drop this and then I'm out. So if you're watching the replay, for you who joined me this morning, thank you, letting me know that you are alive and well, which is a good thing. I appreciate your participation. Before I conclude this episode of the Morning Boogie with me, Royal B, here's the question of the day. If you had student loans, would you spend a week in jail to erase your student loan debt? Comment below. My answer is, if I had student loan debts, shout out to my mama, I would not. I am not spending a week in jail. Even if I had student loan debts, a week, 7 days in jail? Nah, I don't think I could do that. Because I can't go 24 hours without rice and peas. Okay? So I definitely wouldn't make it. Royal Family, it's been real. I am signing off. I'm trying to preserve as many of these minutes and hours as I possibly can. Yeah, my dog is disrespectful. He's just like an angry black man. Like any noise, it's like, move away from my door, Anyway, I'm about to take him outside anyway. So Royal Family, make sure you get down in the chat. Right? We see who the boss is. He think he the boss. Because I bar him out of this room. This is supposed to be my guest bedroom turned into my studio. So I don't let him come in here because it's too much stuff. Like it's things in here. He'll try to get into everything. So he's in the living room. And he's making all this noise. So I guess he's ready to go outside. He's disrespectful. It's all good though. So Royal Family, make sure you get down in the chat. Question of the day. Would you spend 1 week in jail to erase your student loan debt if you had student loan debt? I say no. If I did, even if I did, I wouldn't. Because a week, that's 7 days in jail. 7 days. And like I said, I can't go 24 hours without rice and peas. So it's not happening. Royal family, I love you. I hope you have a positive and productive and blessed, abundantly blessed day. Make sure you are slow to speak and quick to listen. Don't let them people at your job tick you off, okay? Mind your business, drink plenty of water. I will be putting up that Royal Podcast video. And then I'm also going to do a letter to Wendy Williams because I got some things to say to her, and I'm tired of her foolishness. So make sure your notifications are on because those videos will be up later. And if you are new to the chat, thank you for joining us. If you haven't done so already, please consider hitting the subscribe button. Make sure you check out all the other content on the channel. And when you hit subscribe, click that notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. We'd love to have you join our royal family. My golden girls and my royal fam, I love y'all, love y'all, love y'all for listening. I'm signing off for now, but I'll see you soon. Until next time, peace.